Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you.
Good. All right. Little bit of trouble this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm having a puppy do puppy yoga with me.
Oh, lovely. We'll both have puppy yoga.
There he is. Oh,
Hi. Oh, remind me his name.
Odie.
Odie. That's right. Hi, Odie. Rusty says hello.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's a handful. We have a trainer coming in next week to work with us one-on-one.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
He just had a hard start in life, so he has some behaviors, including chasing our cats that we don't want to continue.
Oh, a cat chaser. Oh, Odie. I know, it's funny. They're just like people. They have their, whatever happened when he was little, probably still bothering him. And I know that's the case for Rusty. Huh, buddy? Yeah. Good morning, Thomas.
Morning.
Oh, well, I woke up and it was so beautiful out. I thought I'd go outside for a little jog, and I got caught up in the morning, and I got back here. I was like, oh no, I got to get ready for yoga. Huh, Rust? Oh, you got to get on the sofa. Come on. You know what to do. No, leave me alone. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, now we're going to have puppy problems. Anyways, good morning. Let's take a moment to sit up nice and straight. Oh, there we got another person. Let me cover this guy up. That way he won't bother us. Come on, lay down. There we go. Lay down. All right, over the head too. I know. Okay. There. Now you get to see the preparations that happen before I usually turn the camera on. I got to tuck them in. All right. Good morning, Jane. Welcome.
Morning, thanks.
Well, you gave us just the perfect opportunity for me to tuck Rusty in. So thanks for that. So just settling on your mat and maybe taking this moment of the morning to notice your breath. And as you turn towards that, maybe the breath deepens a little bit, slows down. Just notice where the breath is located in your body. where the inhale increases and the exhale decreases. And with the next inhale, lengthening the spine, just noticing all that space that you can create in between the vertebrae. Tucking the chin a bit, maybe bringing a little smile onto the face. Staying with the breath. As the thoughts come, you don't have to interact with each one. They can float by. And then blinking your eyes open, giving yourself a moment. And starting to look around the room, moving your head from side to side, looking over each shoulder. Feeling that movement in the neck. Noticing if there's tension on one side, maybe on both. And then dipping the head and rolling forward. Gently relaxing into this little half circle. Maybe making them a little bit bigger with each pass. And then choosing one shoulder to just rest at with the ear to the shoulder. And as you take a breath in, take the opposite hand and reach it out towards the mat. And breathe into right under the collarbone of that outstretched arm. Press down into the sits bones. Make as much space between the shoulder and your ear as is comfortable. Stay with the breath. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And the exhale brings you up and back over to the other side. Take a moment and then same thing. Inhale. And then reach out with the other arm. Create as much space in between the ear and shoulder. One more breath. Big inhale. And the exhale brings the head up. Let's make some little circles with the nose. So as if you were drawing little circles in front of your face. So the head stays right over the shoulders. You're not bringing the weight of the head forward or back. Just keeping it right on top. And then go in the other direction. Sort of an interesting little movement to make with the head. You might hear some noises. And then come to stillness. Ooh, shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Great. Just breathe naturally with that. And now stopping with a nice straight spine, really pressing into the sits bones, pulling your head back over your shoulders with the crown of the head lifted towards the ceiling. We're just going to retract the shoulder blades towards the spine. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, just bring the shoulders forward. Maybe just reach the hands. So not exactly a cat-cow, but like the beginning of that, but really focusing on the shoulder blades. Inhaling and exhaling with the movement. Feeling those shoulder blades, keeping the spine relatively straight. Oh yeah, I can feel some little tight muscles. Giving in. Good, one more. All right, now we're going to take this a little bit bigger. Open up the arms, spread the fingers wide, draw back, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, Then we're going to exhale and bring one arm over the other and just give a little hug. Reach your fingers, if you can, sort of walk them into the backs of your shoulder blades. If you can kind of grab onto those shoulder blades. And we're going to inhale, pull the shoulder blades a little bit. Exhale, squeeze, give yourself a hug. We're going to inhale the arms open. Exhale, cross the other arm on top, same thing, reach back. If you can't reach in between, behind those shoulder blades, don't worry about it, no worries. Good, just rest here. All right, big inhale. Exhale, give yourself a tight squeeze. Pull those shoulder blades. One more time on each side. So this is a really nice way to self-regulate. Our body responds really well when we're a little anxious or a little scattered to this nice pressure. And it slows down the breathing, brings some nice oxygenated blood in, and really gives us this nice sense of security. And we can give it to ourselves anytime. Last big inhale. Let's bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, reach up, flip the palms. Gorgeous. Let's bring the left arm down. Find your breath. Press that right sits bone down. Lots of space here. Make this as long as you can. Come on up. And the other way. So this is taxing our brain a little bit because we're used to bringing the arm up instead of down. But it's good for us. Good to challenge the old cognitive executive functioning every once in a while. Beautiful. Come back up, interlace the fingers, up, pull back, inhale, exhale, bring the arms forward, flip the palms down, and let's just make some waves here. And if your legs are crossed, go ahead and cross them the other way, and then make the wave go the other way. Good, beautiful for the hands. Nice. Remember, you can always change the way your legs are anytime you want. So if you want your legs to go out straight, fine. Bring one hand forward. I'm starting with the left. Give it a nice little pull back. And then the other way. Great. Other hand. And down. And then let's just give some circles. Palms open. You can have them closed, fists, whatever you like. Wiggle the hands. Whoo, and some circles, some hip circles. Starting with keeping the back straight. Really feeling this down into the hips. I'm hearing some cracks. That feels really good. And the other way. Oh, it's so nice to hear the birds singing out there. And then stillness and just a little bit of cat and cow. Remember to be very gentle with that cervical spine, the neck, those tiny little bones. Just a gentle look up. I try not to look up past where the wall and the ceiling meet, just as a general rule, because I'm a great overdoer. Big shock. All right, legs out straight. Whew. Let's start with a butterfly. Bring those feet back in, but with the knees out. Just take a breath, lengthen the spine. I like to hold on to my feet, use that as a little bit of traction to draw. Now, draw the shoulders down, but just like we did first thing this morning, pull those shoulder blades back a little bit. So you feel some muscle development in the rhomboids, those little muscles around the shoulder blade, and start to push the knees down a little bit. Tuck the chin, lengthen the spine. And then pull yourself forward. Excellent. Try another breath. Keep tucking the chin. Lengthening the spine, keeping it as straight as feels good for you. Let's spend one more breath here. If you want, you can use your elbows to press the knees down. And just take a moment to feel what you're feeling. Notice where there's stretch in the hips, low back, muscles of the legs. How do your feet feel? Nice, and come on back up. Let's take a gentle twist over to the left. Just feels a little bit different with the legs this way. And then a gentle twist over to the right. And do one more time on each side. Keep those knees down. They're going to want to pop up. Just remind them to relax. Use your muscles to push them down a little bit. Excellent. And back. Let's bring the left leg in and the right leg out. Hop that left leg over. And then make sure that that left sits bone is down on the mat. And let's take a twist. Start with the elbow. And we want to make this left foot flat over on the outside of the right thigh. Press that left sits bone down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then come back to center and see if this works. You can take that right elbow, bring it to the outside of the left thigh. It's going to give you a little bit more traction. Flatten that left hand behind you. Bring it as close to your spine as works for you today. And try a little bit bigger of a twist, a little deeper. I like to pull my right toes back, really activate that right leg, press the back of it into the floor. Take another breath here. And back to center. Beautiful. Press that left knee down. Hands behind you. Bend the right knee. Whew, draw those shoulder blades back again. Excellent. See if you can press that left knee out a little bit. Nice stretch in the hip. Notice where you're feeling it. Breathe into it. Come on back up. And we're going to take this right foot right under and come into cow face. It's one we've been practicing a little bit lately. All right. So a little opportunity for some interoception here. This is the skill of noticing the internal state, your internal state. So interoception. So if you'd like, you can sort of hold, I like to hold on to my feet. Just makes me feel sort of grounded, sort of like electrical circuit here. Closing the eyes, straightening the spine, finding the sits bones, grounding in. And then allowing my awareness to sink down into my physical experience and check how this experience is for me. Where am I feeling tension? Can I relax it? How does this shape feel physically? And how does this shape feel emotionally? And just stay curious. Make any adjustments that you need to. The intention here isn't to be uncomfortable, but to just notice where we're feeling things and what it is we're feeling. And that can be uncomfortable. All right, taking one more breath. Opening the eyes, and let's try this on the other side. So we're going to straighten out the left leg, bring the right over, and we'll start with the elbow. So sort of a medium twist here. kind of moderate. Lots of ways to modify this. Could use the hand, makes it a little less severe. All right. Making any adjustments that you need to. And then if you feel like it's what you want to do today, you can bring that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh and flatten out that right hand, really bring it close to the back of the body and take a few breaths here. Bigger twist. Make sure that that right sits bone is down on the mat. Ooh, yes, I'm feeling this. Breathe. And then back to the center, dropping that right knee, both hands behind you, and bend the left. Whew. Press that right knee out a little bit. Make sure there's a little bend in the elbows. Draw the shoulder blades back towards the spine. Maybe a little smile. 2 nice breaths here. And as we come forward, we're going to tuck that left foot under and cow pose, cow face, cow face. Always forget that it's the face. All right, make little adjustments, move yourself around. Find your shape on this side. It's going to look a little different, very likely, very normal. And let's practice that interoceptive skill again. So finding your sits bones, finding your spine, making any adjustments, and then dropping the awareness down into your present moment experience. Accepting whatever you find without judgment. Staying curious. Sometimes it even helps to make the sound in your head. Especially if a critical voice starts to rise up. This is your shape for today. This is your experience today. Just notice it. One more breath. Let's let it go and let's find ourselves in child's pose. So over onto our table and then pressing the hips back. Let's take a wide child's pose. So bringing the knees as far apart as the mat, if that works for you, and then maybe the big toes meeting one another, reaching down and bringing the forehead onto the mat. Taking a deep breath into the lowest part of your abdomen and the low back. And then maybe pressing the tailbone down towards the center of your feet, towards your toes. Notice how that maybe helps you to come down a little bit lower. It's also an opportunity, and I had a great teacher one time. I loved this way of just settling into a pose. And imagine your hands are sort of sticky and put them on the mat and sort of press your body back a little bit with your sticky palms. Then you might even be able to move your arms back a little bit and use your palms, your sticky palms. Great. And then settle in. And you can make some movements here. You can move your forehead side to side. And this is sort of an interesting skill building opportunity for interoception. Notice how far down that movement of your head goes. And if you're feeling what I'm feeling, there's a sensation all the way down the side of my back. That is your big muscle called erectus spinae on each side of your spine.
getting a nice little stretch. And let's take that one step further, bringing yourself to stillness. Walk both of your hands, pick your head up and walk both of your hands off to the right side of your mat. So right off of your mat on the right, and then bringing your forehead back down on the mat. Relax the arms, but bring your mind to your left sits bone and really press it down towards your left heel. And then take a breath. You can maybe even cross your arms. So crossing the left arm over the right, or the wrist right on top of it. Really open up that left side body. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to take it over to the other side. So over off the left, settle down first. Press that right sits bone down into the heel. Maybe even cross the arms at the wrist, or just holding on, using the right hand to hold on to the left wrist, whatever. Just a little extra. Biggest breath. And then back to center. And we'll bring the knees back towards each other so that they're about hip distance apart. Separate the feet again, and we'll just come into puppy. So that means we're just going to lift the hips up and bring the forehead back down so that the hips are up in the air. And now we can focus on the mid back. So that area between the shoulder blades, in the back body and in the front body, that's right in front of the heart. So just continuing to let the heart, the sternum, the rib cage move towards the mat. Let's do a little 3-part breath here. So inhale into the abdomen, then into the chest, then into the collarbone, and then release it, collarbone, chest, abdomen. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Great job. Do that 2 more times. One more. Excellent. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up into tabletop and take a few cats and cows. At your pace, let them be your shapes for today. You can wag your tail. However you like to make this movement. And then bringing the hands out a little bit more towards the top of the mat. Turn both sets of toes under. Take a deep breath in and come into your first downward facing dog. Feel that nice stretch through the back of the legs, and then engage the low core. Pull your tailbone towards your thighs. Shake your head yes. Shake the head no. A little bit of strength development here. We're going to do about 5 little downward dog push-ups or squats or whatever you want to call them. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to inhale, bring the knees down towards the mat, almost to touch, and exhale, bring them back up. 5 more. Remember, take a break whenever you need to. This is just an invitation. You don't have to do it. 4. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful job. Come on down to your knees. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Inhale the right arm all the way up. Little twist, and then exhale it down to thread the needle. Take a breath here. Nice stretch through the upper back. Oh, that feels really good. And then we're going to do 4 of these in a little flow. So inhale all the way up, big twist. Exhale, thread the needle. 3 more. Try and keep those feet hip distance apart. Beautiful. 2. Core strength. Feel this in your core, your arms. Last one. Beautiful. Let's land here. Take a breath. Open up the shoulders. And then press up. And we'll go to the other side. So inhale that left arm big. And exhale it, thread the needle. Land here for a breath. Okay, 4 of these in a little flow. Inhale. Exhale. Notice the difference from this side. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Last one. Come on up. Walk the hands out a bit. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk that dog. Go ahead, turn and open up on one side, other side. Walk it out a little bit. Good. Come back to stillness. Engage that lower abdominal as much as you can. Great job. 2 big breaths here. Spread the fingers out wide. Press into the fingertips. 1 more. Come on down. And we are going to straighten all the way out onto the front of our bodies. Come all the way down. Make a pillow for your forehead. And bend the knees. Windshield wiper the feet side to side. And if you find that one side feels like, oh, it needs a little attention, go ahead and stay there for a moment. Great. All right, bringing the knees back so that they're hip distance apart. Straighten out the right leg. Release the left hand. Reach back to that left foot. Make sure your forehead is back down on your right hand. Good. That left knee is pointing towards the back of your mat. Roll the left shoulder blade towards the spine. We've been practicing this one all day. And then press the left hip bone, the front hip bone, down towards the mat while you pull your belly button towards your spine. Now that might be enough stretch in that left quad, and you can hold on to it right there. If you would like a little bit more, you can start kicking into the left hand with the top of the left foot. Just remember to continue to press that left front hip bone down and keep your abdominals engaged to protect your low back. Beautiful. Take another breath. And then release that leg. And we'll go to the other side. Get yourself there and take plenty of time to set up. Roll the right shoulder blade back towards the spine. Press that right hip bone down. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Lots going on. You're doing a great job. And you can stay here. A lot of stretch. And if you'd like, you can start to kick that right foot into the right hand. Beautiful. Breathe. And then let it go. And back over to the left side, we're going to pull that left knee up towards the side. So half frog. So imagine you're like a little frog and bring that left knee up to the side so that you're stretching the inner part of the left thigh. And then just try to let your low back relax. We're going to take 3 breaths here together, 3-part breath. We've been practicing that one. So a sip to the abdomen, a sip of air into the abdomen, a sip of air into the chest, then the collarbones, and then out the reverse way. Here we go. Two to go. Last one, see if you can bring any space into that left hip. Hold for just a moment. And now exhale. Good. Relax any tension in the shoulders and then go to the other side. Bring that right knee up. Make adjustments. Whew. Move your hands and your face if you need to your head. Great. Relax into it. And then get ready for 3-part breath over here. Here we go. Two more. Relax your head. And then this last one, we'll hold at the top of the breath for just a moment. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. And release that right leg. Beautiful job. Excellent. Release your forehead from your hands and bring your hands down so that your hands are just under your shoulders, maybe a little bit forward. Draw the shoulder blades down the spine. And then we're going to press both of those front hip bones into the mat. Pull your belly button towards your spine and start to curl your head up. Now, we're not going to press into the mat with the hands. We're just going to let the legs lift and the head lift a little bit and then back down. So we're not pressing into the mat to like really overdo the back, okay? We're just going to build a little bit of back strength here. 4 of those. We're going to come on up. And down. Remember, as you come down, go nice and slow and use your core. Inhale up and down. If you feel anything squirrely in the low back, by all means, cease immediately. Okay, there should be no pain, just a little bit of feeling like developing strength in the low back and the glutes. Last one, inhale, press those bones, those hip bones down, pull belly button to spine. Great job, beautiful, beautiful. Now, bring the elbows up, press your hands in, but we're gonna bend your knees and come all the way back to child's pose. Gentle, gentle through puppy. Taking the spine all the way through. Wiggle it down. Good, good, good. Use those sticky palms. Beautiful job. One big deep breath here. And we'll come together on our back. Roll it on over. Bring your knees with you. Be gentle, be kind. Take some circles with the knees. That feels nice on the back, other way.
And we're going to come to happy baby. So this can be a bit of a challenge. So, but we've done a lot of stretching today for the inner thighs. So we'll give this a shot. We're going to bring the knees about shoulder distance apart and press your entire spine firmly into the mat. Lift your head and shoulders up, reach your hands in between your legs and grab for your feet, either the instep or the outside. Either one is totally fine. Or maybe even the toes, and then relax the head back down. And that is happy baby. And you can move around in this. I like to tuck my chin to make sure my spine is nice and long. You can straighten one leg. See how that feels? You can straighten the other leg. Woo, big stretch in the hamstring. Very nice. You can pull the feet down. You can try and straighten both legs. Ooh, that feels good. Feels like a lot. Tuck the chin, long spine. Maybe some shaking, that's okay. Good, and then you can move side to side. You can roll around a bit. And then coming to stillness, release the feet. Bring the knees back in, and let's put the left foot down. Right foot's going to come up into our figure four. And let's do that figure four stretch. So we're reaching to grab the left shin or behind the left thigh. Lay back down, tuck the chin, pull this in. Ooh, nice stretch. I'm feeling that. I like to move around a little bit in these stretches. Feels good. Feels like I'm getting different spots on the glutes. So we've got those 3 different muscles in the glutes. So move around if that feels right. Then release. Bring the left foot flat. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to slide that right shin all the way over so that the right knee is on top of the left knee. Bring your arms out into a T and then just let everything drop over to the right. So you're using the weight of that right leg to pull the left knee over. It's not going to go all the way down. That's okay. Use your interoception. Notice what your feeling is. Notice the experience. Don't let it go too far. This is a great way to really stretch the IT band, which is on the outside of the hip down to the knee. Engage the core so that you're protecting your low back and not letting this go too far. Breathe into it so that you can create some space from the inside if that's going to work for you today. And then gently roll that back up. And we'll switch legs. So first starting with the figure four with the left on top of the right. Pick yourself up, grab that right leg, thigh or shin, and come on back. Pull it in, move around a little bit. See how that feels. Tucking the chin, lengthening the spine. A little extra if that feels right. Feels good for me because that's my left hip is the tight one. All right, bringing that right foot back down, sliding the left shin along so that the left knee is on top, arms out, and then we're going to use that left knee to pull the right leg over to the left. Gentle, easy does it. Engage the core. Good. We're building some strength here. You really hold that core nice and tight to protect the back, but feel this nice long stretch all along that right IT band. Through the shoulder. Use the breath. Why is the heat on in my house on April 27th? This is ridiculous. Random yoga thoughts in the basement, but there you go. Oh my goodness. All right. When you're ready, bring that up and find a little Shavasana for yourself. Whew, so we've done a lot of external hip rotation. So for me today, it's going to feel a little good to just let my knees come towards each other with my feet out by the sides of the mat. So this brings a little internal rotation. And I'm going to rest my hands on my diaphragm. That's just one option. Tucking my chin with a long spine. And just using this as an opportunity to connect with my breath one more time before the day takes me away. And even though it hasn't been a very long time, maybe you notice that you've stayed with your breath, or maybe your mind has, like mine, run off into about 10 different directions. So invite your awareness back to your body, back to your experience. How does this feel? Notice that you're on a mat, having an experience. And then just take whatever route you'd like to roll over and sit back up. Come to a comfortable seat. Take your time, be gentle. Let's see, there's a little poem for us today. I like this one. When dawn comes, nothing can pull the sun back under the horizon. Its trajectory is upward, onward in a rising tide of light. Night will come in its own good time, and with it moon and stars and fireflies, all of them eclipsed by the next day's sunrise. Thank you, Dana Falls. What's true here? And what's true here is the sun will come up again tomorrow, and I will look forward to seeing you on Friday. All right, take care, my friends. Have a wonderful day.